honestly, like people go, when they tell me, when they meet me, they go, oh my God, you lost. Don't you hate all this? I'm like, I really don't. Those people make me smile.
Mm-hmm.
Just stupid things that they did and everything. It was a good
Listen,
experience.
one person leaves happy and they don't leave that happy.
No, the grand, I had my heart. I mean, it was hard working so hard and not get the grand prize. But at the end, at the same time, the stories, the personal relationships.
You were the thing. I think once again, I've said this before. The thing that is probably hardest is you were robbed. You know what I mean?
You keep saying that.
You were robbed. And it's because
I think you should have won too.
They couldn't check their egos. And you know me, I don't say things that I don't, like, I'll BS people, but like they couldn't check their egos.
It was hard. You guys, granted, after the season was done, I kind of said, okay, I won 50,000, but there was a point, and I can tell you, I think Amy and I had a little confrontation, and I remember going back to the hotel room in the shower, breaking down. It was a moment I went, my God, I worked so damn hard. Mm-hmm. And to not...
But see, that's what you have to... That's what I'm telling myself. I'm comfortable with this season. Like, the difference between first place, second place, and sixth place is like this much luck. Mm-hmm. It's like it's nothing.
It is a lot of luck.
Don't let that difference in money define the difference between...
It does not. And at that same time, I remember my husband was like, are you okay? And I said, and I looked at him and I was like, I worked so hard. Mm-hmm. And, and I couldn't, like, I remember not catching my breath. Just like... my God, I worked so hard at that game, and then I go, oh my God, I hurt all those people. I mean, a lot of emotions were going through me at that same time. Mm-hmm. It wasn't simply competitions. It wasn't simply, it was just the fact that day one, I worked my ass off, and it was hard. It was a big, jagged pill to swallow.
Sure.
And then at the end of the day, I was just like, it could be worse.
The thing is, too, $50,000 for 3 months' work, that's
not
good.
Bad.
That's great. And this summer, it's, no matter what happens at this point on, everyone in this house is making 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all good.
It's easy money.
It's all good. And, I think it was hard. I think the hardest thing for me was looking my family members in the eye and stuff like that, because they had so much hope that I was going to bring the money home. And I said, well, maybe if I've done this and maybe I've done that. And I think the heartbreak for me more than anything was the heartbreak that I saw on their faces.
Sure.
It was hard. It was very difficult. Like, if I was single, I would have been like, oh, it's cool, blah, 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 give me my 50 G's, it's all good. But when you come home or when you walk out that door and you see your children upset and my parents upset, and I'm like, it's all good, it's all good. Like, I'm trying to, like, fake the funk, but at the same time, the hurt that they experience, I think... I'm like, well, maybe if I was a better person, maybe it could have been different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's something I had to live with. It's a trip, but that's what went through my head.
The thing is, though, too, is like, you are right. If you were a better person, maybe it could have ended differently. But also, you made amazing TV, and your commitment is to making a good show. Right,
but see, you say that, Will, but when I walked in the house, the show was not in my head. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought I was talking so crazy in DR. I didn't think they were showing any of my DRs.
Right.
I go, well, this is what I'm thinking. I go, and I go, okay, Danielle, thank you. Mm-hmm. And I went, I'm crazy. And I really thought it was the Marcellus and Amy show. Mm-hmm. And I never in my wildest dreams, when I'm watching the show, I'm like, Mom, did they show any of them? She said, girl, they were showing you all the time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think I was making sense.
That's what, you have to, like, you go in there in the DR and they're like, okay, good. And you have to remember, like, they don't validate you, but they use all that stuff.
See, I never thought, not one time did I thought, I was like, they must think I'm crazy. Because I would go in and I said, maybe I'm crazy. And I would start, when it came to game, I would go, okay, maybe I think I'm crazy. But this is what I think is happening. And I would break it down. And I would get, okay, thank you. And I walk out, I'm like, oh. So I never knew if I was right, if I was wrong, or what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. It was just this weird sense for me. It was just crazy. And I think, I don't know who I told this, maybe it was you, but during the Q&A, when, Roddy comes on the speakerphone, he goes, a lot of people are hurt right here. And when he said that, I was done. Mm-hmm. I was like,
But see, that's the thing is, though, he couldn't check his ego because he's a man and this and this and this, and you insulted him. He couldn't check his ego. You played a better game, but he couldn't check his ego at the door.
Yeah, but at the same time, as much as people think I'm this badass, this hardcore woman, I have more emotions than anybody. I mean, I cry when
Sure.
I hurt when people are hurting. It's just something I do not cherish it. I do not relish it. When people are crying, I just like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, and I want to hug them, and I want to make them feel better, and that's just the type of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. I wish, like I said, during the Q&A, I wish they would have showed me the entire show. I would have been more prepared in my
Of
delivery.
course, yeah.
Because think about it. That jury had an opportunity to watch the entire show, and I'm blind.
Right.
I don't know what they've seen.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they said in the diary room for me to say, how did you play this game around integrity? F you.
Exactly.
You said this, you said that,
Exactly.
you were going to do that.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
See, that's why everyone said my speech was so controversial. My whole point was, I said, we came in this house, I had a toast for friendship. You guys didn't do it either. That's what I said, look around the room. In my speech, I said, look around the room. Are you guys friends now? Because you're not. So don't judge me, because I'm not friends with you either, but don't pretend like you guys are holier than thou.
Exactly. Like, just a lot of things I wish I knew about, because I would have been like, boom, 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 and I would have called people out on conversations that they probably didn't even show in the show.
Right.
And granted, I may have still lost, but I would have been heard, damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, don't sit up there and be a hypocrite and judge me. For me, the hardest thing is like, well, she called him the devil. I'm like, are you kidding me? You called this person this.
Exactly.
And you're going to judge me for something you did?
Mm-hmm.
And then, or you're going to move across for a guy that's like almost perfect because he's validating evil when you wish a person would die? I mean, don't sit there and judge me for things you did 10 times as worse.
Right.
And that was, I think, after the show, I took so much guilt on because I didn't know. Remember, I didn't watch the show. But when I go to a person and I said, why did you cast a vote? It's a person I knew, I didn't say anything bad of. I basically kept my word to them. I was like, why did you cast a vote? And they go, well, your diary rooms. Remember, I'm clueless. I'm like, oh my God, were they that bad? She said, oh,
Lori?
They were horrible. And I was like,
which is once again, it's kind of editing because we give them everything and they can.
We give them a little bit of everything. They take bits and pieces, and when you and Boogie say, know your role. Well, my role was to be the bitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And no matter as much as I went in the diary room and said all these great things about these people, and I said, but what irritates me, even though they're this, that, I don't understand this part, and I feel like they took that part. And just it was just like, oh my God, And as much as Roddy, of all people, can say, well, Danielle said this, I was horrible, da da da. Well, in the diary room where you share your real emotions and everything, I gave him the utmost respect, but they never showed that in the diary room. Never did.
Because it doesn't play to your character.
See,
that's why I'm a firm believer in you have to play your role. And that was one of my complaints with James, is he's like, yeah, my friends call me El Diablo. I'm like, why, dude? You have a guacamole doll and a blue ribbon, and you're worried about your girl. Like, be the devil. If you're the devil, be it, dude.
Right.
But you can't, talk about how badass you are and then just everyone should play their role. And the 6 people here play their role.
Exactly.
These people play their role.
What's my role?
Hottie who wins all the contests.
Oh, that's sweet, Will.
But honestly, Will, it's like, even though we play our role at the same time, no matter game-wise and everything, I'm still conscientious of parents watching,
of course.
family members watching.
But see, the thing is, I always remind myself of this. If you never take yourself too seriously, people appreciate that. When you start taking yourself really seriously, that's when people don't like you. And I didn't see the show, but I think that's what happened to the nerd herd. Is they thought they were holier than thou, self-righteous. I make fun of everybody. I make fun of everyone, but I make fun of myself more than anyone else. So
God! I mean, granted, the Chicken Man would give them all critters and everything like that. But when I lost the HOH, my God, I raked myself. I was like, I'm 10 on the fans. I'm like, I won. I'm like, is that the Chicken Man? Damn. Chicken Man just beat me because I don't know how to count. And people say, you're the smartest player. I'm like, no, not the case. Chicken Man beat me. But it was just, I think in life, you just, no matter what this experience, I can walk out of here no matter when I walk out and just like, damn, I played with the greatest players.
This is really all stars. You know,
All
it really
stars.
is.
When we sat up there and I was looking at the entire 20, I'm like, what the blank?
This is
I'll be
all-
lucky if
that's-
I make it past week 3.
When I wrote my thing the day we came in here, I said, look, what I don't want to hear is one person on the internet who was on a previous Big Brother who is like, I can't do it because of this and this. You could have done it. And if you didn't do it, that's not anyone's fault but your own. I don't care any other reason. This is all stars. You can pretend like you had an excuse.